Oh, that's hot.
First podcast.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Welcome to the fucking first podcast. I hope
Yeah,
you guys
the
are
Beats
doing well.
Down Mics Up podcast.
That's it. Beats down, mics up.
Great start. Great fucking start.
Harmonization.
That's the way we like to talk.
Tuck for a front.
Get those knees in for a front flip, mate. Come
Knees up.
on. Knees up.
Knees loose.
Alright, fuck. So this is the very first podcast. Hope you guys are excited. I'm really excited.
I'm very excited. We've been planning this for so long now.
Yeah,
That's
fucking a while now.
We've been like sort of putting it off for the last month or so.
Because beatboxers don't know how to fucking work in linear.
Yeah, if there's one thing we're bad at, it's scheduling.
Yeah, we're getting better. We're getting better because thank you, Google Calendar.
We work on multiple branch timelines at once.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. But look, we're here now and it's organised. So,
Yeah.
mate, Brunny, mate, what you been up to?
I'll tell you what, I've been up to a lot.
Yeah, I think I've heard a bit of what you said.
Yeah,
before.
well, like I was focusing on loop for a while because I had lots of different loop things that I was sort of trying to work on.
Yeah.
GBB Wildcard, working on some of my own tracks.
Like
but,
Gale with the Gale.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Blowing in strong.
but yeah, currently just working on some uni projects, some little like choral stuff for my university, and then prepping for Oz Champs, doing some solo training.
Coral, like Barrier Reef coral.
Like the fucking ocean.
Like Ocean
Speaking
Sweet.
of ocean.
Ocean Sweet, check it out on
Yeah,
YouTube.
Ocean Sweet, my newest piano composition, just released like a week ago.
Absolutely gorgeous, that one. I've listened to it 3 times. It's so dope. Fucking hell, mate. It's what did that mouth do? What do those fingers do, mate? You're fucking killing it, man. You're like
My mum's probably gonna watch this podcast.
Oh man, but honestly, man, like, how long have you been training for? Because your fingers are nuts. Like the arpeggios that you can pull off are nuts.
Jeez, thanks. Well, I played piano for 13, 14 years, basically all the way through primary and high school. And then after that, I haven't taken lessons for a while, but I still sort of play to keep up with it. But I'm currently studying composition. That's the thing.
That's so sick.
So I write music.
What uni again?
UNSW.
Yeah. That's mad. The music course there is brand new there, isn't it?
Well, no, actually, it's an old music course. They've actually recently removed the music degree.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
one of the last people at the university who's getting a Bachelor of Music.
Wow.
You're the last bachelor.
Yeah.
You got a rose for that, or?
Nah, they give you a piece of paper and a pat on the back.
Sounds better than The Bachelor. The actual show.
Heartbreak.
I'd rather watch that.
But yeah, pass along the line, Rex. What you been doing?
Me? Oh man, a lot. It's been pretty crazy. I'd say the past year now. Yeah, it's probably been a year since Oh Yeah, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it has. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a year now with Oh Yeah. So of course, I don't know if you guys know, but the tribe's on pause. So we were working on that, had it paused, kind of had to like brainstorm what we wanted to do. Came up to Gale and did a proposal. I was like, mate, we've been beatboxing together for like, what was it, like 10 years?
12 years.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like, why aren't we doing something together? So, yeah, that was
And
a
we
year
said,
ago.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much, eh?
And that's how it all
Do you
started.
want to jam on stage for an hour straight and do shows? Oh yeah.
And the rest is history.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Literally, yeah, a year ago started that, and then went really hard into it, and then I've lined up more projects as well. It's not just that. I'm also I wrote up a workshop that hopefully will be happening next year. I did the proposal with you, and we started with you first, which was we want to hold the first beatbox showcase tonight in Australia, which is fucking exciting. With also Luke came in a little bit later as well, so it's us 3 working. Lucrative.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, lucrative.
Lucrative. Yeah.
Lucrative.
Love the man.
Oh mate.
Both the man and the business.
Oh mate. Angel. Absolute angel, that one. But,
Lucrative in his heart.
Yeah.
heart and soul, baby.
Heart and commitment.
That's it. So I think we've made a beautiful and very strong team for that one. So yeah, that's one. Few more things as well. I don't want to.
You worked on this new project as well. You started a podcast.
Yeah. So it's in the works.
It's in the works.
Do you reckon you guys will do that soon, or?
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like, I've been thinking about it, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe
if you want me to be a guest, I can jump.
Yeah,
on.
I was thinking about it.
So we'll get the first episode done soon.
So the podcast, what we're doing now, which is really awesome. So I want to do this regularly, so you guys out there can actually interact with us, see what we're doing, because I think that's one thing the beatbox community kind of lacks is knowing what we actually do. What is behind what we do. What the works is behind the curtains, what we're like, personality wise, we all work normal jobs as well, our music, just I guess just behind the scenes, just so then you guys get a little bit of taste of the cake. But what else are we working on?
You've been working on audio engineering, mate.
Oh yeah, I've just started.
Been learning mixing.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I've been learning mixing and mastering as well. Just like past 2 years, I've been practicing. But
you guys want your beatbox tracks mastered? Message Rex.
Yeah, over here, mate. Come on. The sound engineering. I think there's more workshops I'm trying to come up with as well. I won't say more of that, but and then just my solo stuff. I'm in Oz Champs as well. I came second. Missed first place with 1%.
1%,
which is nuts. So
I don't know
you're already in it, so you just had to lay back and
I was just enjoying the wild cards.
That'd be nice, eh? Sit back, you're like, oh, this is sick.
Look, after placing 14th in the last wild card competition, I was like, okay, I'm not going to risk that again.
You just win the Sydney champs, and then you don't have to do a wild card.
It's easier than a wild card, mate.
That's so funny. Oh man, but I'm in champs as well, which is awesome. Yeah. So that's, I guess I'll just stop. That's part of the many I'm doing. But that's, I guess, the first I want to share out. But other than that, being also really good as well. Gym and heaps. Parkour, rock climbing, bouldering, and procrastinating.
Yeah.
And disassociation.
This is the last you'll see of him on the podcast.
Disassociation. So, I just had a vision.
Mate,
Gale's a visionary.
Oh, he's visionary, mate. What's the vision for you, mate?
If I look at the tea leaves in here, the grim.
Yeah, what you been doing, mate?
Following you around at the gym. Working on my physical fitness and just really concentrating on growing myself so that I can bring that out in my music. Just been working on my showcase for Oz Champs.
Yeah, let's go.
Really thinking about what I want to do. Because I don't
you
have
got
to,
one of the 3 judges here for Oz Champs.
Yeah, that's it. One of the judges here, mate.
I don't have to battle, so I can make a showcase and not make a battle round.
Yeah, you've already won it. Leave some of it for the rest of us.
So it's just so freeing to just have this time slot where I can just get up there and just show who I am without any having to show off.
Yeah,
I like to show off too, but that's what beatboxers do. I think we all love that. But I think just being able to just jump up and just do what I want.
It's showing off without the pressure of having to win.
Just want to express myself.
Express yourself. Express yourself. Love that song. Absolute track.
Oh, mate, banger.
So good. I grew up with fucking NWA. They're amazing. Big inspiration. But what else, bro? I'm keen for your showcasing, man.
Yeah,
be sick. I've also been working with you. You did a couple of your wild cards as well. I think you said you want to do a track as well or something.
Yeah, I got during Codfish's live show, I did a showcase.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
my opening song. I did Grounded, which is an old wild card that I did back when I was sitting on Coddy's stairs, and I was like, listen to it back. I was like, I could release this as a live track, kind of like a concerty kind of look, more like you can hear the crowd and stuff cheering in the back more, and it's a bit more just intimate kind of moment.
Yeah.
So
I've like listened through it a couple of times. It's so sick.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited.
I'm thinking just gonna drop it. I'm gonna start just dropping like my old songs as well.
Yeah.
And
Hell
just
yeah.
refine them. So like techno and stuff like that, but just record them like properly.
Yeah.
And just have fun with it and not overthink it too much. So.
Yeah, I think that is a big problem, eh? Like, I think especially with beatboxers, like, it is something that we care about so much, and we are all nerds,
Yeah.
we're all nerds, so we come from that sort of shadow. So like that pressure's on a lot for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing in the community.
Yeah.
I think we also take that pressure very personally as well.
We do. We really do. But I think that, it's good that I think especially like now we're kind of like recognizing that and trying to come out of that more.
We're grounded, mate.
That was so good.
Well done.
Well done for that. That's sick. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. And yeah, like just fucking going bouldering as well. Parkour twice a week.
Yeah.
3-hour sessions. Just getting scars and it's good fun.
Scars and a bit of muscle grain on you.
Muscle grain.
Yeah, mate. Like, you're getting a little bit fucking...
bit of
You get
bit of that oos.
You get a little bit of fucking...
scale of it.
Oh, those memes, they kill me.
Mate, shout out to my supplier of those memes, Ripe. It's like
That's so true.
I get like 5 a day of that exact same meme.
That's so
He sends them to me as shout out to Ride, by the way, from Queensland. He sends them to me, or like I get 3 to 4 per day, and he'll just send them in my inbox sometimes.
That's so funny.
It's gonna be on The Voice soon.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
I believe it's in 2 weeks' time. He's going to be airing on The Voice. So.
Damn,
That's
that's
exciting.
nuts. What,
That's
there's
exciting.
a date or something, eh?
There's a date. I'll double check
remember
that.
what it is.
There is a date.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to add in for what we've been doing. We also have been. Well, I've been holding the beatbox meetups as well,
Yeah.
monthly meetups. That has been, I think, needed for a long time.
Yeah.
So we used to have meetups, but it happened once every 7 years. It was like the mega meet, and then that never happened again.
Yeah.
And then oh, it's so funny.
I just want a big old mega meet again.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Just
Yeah.
everyone from every state in the beatbox community all over Australia just come and hang out. And
Yeah,
just
that's it.
catch up. We haven't seen everyone in so long.
Well, that was kind of the mentality behind the showcase night. Is we just wanted to sort of get everyone together under one roof and just sort of beatbox as a family rather than focusing on a battle.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that. I really like that.
100%.
I think that'd be really beautiful.
I just checked, by the way, Ripe's going to be 3rd of September.
3rd of September.
So if this is released before 3rd of September, then go check it out. If not, too late, you missed it.
Otherwise, maybe they'll chuck it on YouTube or something. Don't they? The
Yeah.
Voice.
Yeah,
don't do
it should.
that.
They
Who
usually
knows
would.
how long he's in there? Like how long they cut him in there for?
We'll see.
Yeah,
If it's a beatboxer, they probably will because they want
100%.
that. They
We
want
hope
that.
so.
They want
Oh,
that
yeah.
unique. They want that unique.
Yeah.
Of course, they want a bit of that.
I mean, you got the history of like MB14 as well on the French version of The Voice.
Sam
so,
Perry.
Yeah, Sam Perry.
Sam Perry, man. Oh, he killed us, Sam Perry.
Legends.
Absolute legends, those guys.
Yeah.
So
love it.
sick. Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff happening, isn't it?
There's a lot of exciting stuff and even more to come. hopefully.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is like, especially, it's like, of course, the start of the podcast and trying to interact with everyone. This is now us, because to be honest, like in my opinion anyway, the beatbox scene has been a little bit dry. It's been very, very quiet and very also morally a lot all over the place as well. I think with a lot around the world, and just starting from good solid foundations.
Yeah.
And just bringing back up, having everyone involved and giving people a pathway. I think that's like a big problem as well, was like there's so many great beatboxers in Australia, and then they just stop because there's no avenue for it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's no one like trying to go out and pushing like, you know, more media stuff, you know, giving pathways to that. So I think, yeah, like something like this, you know.
And especially a lot of the young beatboxers in the scene now don't have any sort of sources of inspiration because they're not interacting with the community as
Yeah,
much.
exactly. They don't know what's going on. They don't like the people would be asking like I think this is a really funny one. I think in people's heads around the world, like let's say like looking at you, they're probably thinking like, oh, you're a full-time beatboxer, or like they look like at you as like you're.
I'd never stop beatboxing, but
Yeah.
I still have to drive around.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. It's very difficult to make beatboxing into a career unless you're at the very top of the
I find in Australia it's so much harder.
It's so hard because it's because I don't think it's being pushed through, especially the commercial scene, very hard.
Yeah.
As like, you know, you see in Japan, like it's advertised on TV.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know, so people have this huge pathway for it to be like to keep continue. You know,
You go to a karaoke bar and Rofu are on the list of all the songs
it's
in the karaoke.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
So nuts. That is so nuts.
The thought that I could go into a karaoke bar in Japan and just find Rofu on the list.
It's crazy.
And like beside all of these like ridiculously famous pop stars, you just see Rofu. It's just insane.
I remember when I was in France and like people would just see beatboxing, and then like beatboxing was happening like for the cup after party like years ago, and there were people just coming in and just going, oh, that's beatboxing, cool, and they just come and watch the show like it was someone playing guitar in the corner or something. Like it was just so just normal.
Yeah.
Where it has to be this huge spectacle here in Australia, or it doesn't get respected as like actually just an art form.
Yeah, and I mean, also with beatboxing, a lot of the, at least the popular portrayals of it is just as like a cappella accompaniment. Because like I'm in an a cappella group, I do beatboxing. It's nothing like what we do here.
Yeah.
Because there's so much more complexity going into what we do compared to some I'm not saying that beatboxers and a cappella groups are unskilled or anything, but it's such a different environment and a different expression of beatboxing.
It is. It really is. I think it definitely there's definitely a different energy source that comes from that.
Yeah.
It's like it kind of reminds me of like, let's say like a jazz player to a classical player.
Yes.
It's like very
That's
different.
a great comparison.
Yeah, it's like a very different energy source from that. It's like you can definitely tell.
Yeah. It's about finding an environment where people can enjoy that energy. That like professional beatboxers can give to you.
Also, I think like when you're accompanying an a cappella group, you've got a role, and you don't have any. Most of the time, you're pretty much just doing the percussive stuff, right? So you're like, I'm the drum kit, so I'm just going to replicate just a drum kit. But when you're beatboxing like solo, you're like, okay, I'm doing synth, I'm doing bass.
You're simulating all sorts of different instruments.
I'm doing all the instruments. I'm doing like, there's more in your head to layer.
Yeah.
But like when you're in mostly because you don't really hear like. That'd be cool. There should be like a cappella groups, and then someone just does like a throat bass, like undertone or something, or a drone or something.
Well,
and they'll just be like, what?
Oh, I've actually there's a guy on YouTube, and he's like this. It's so funny. He's like this small like Asian bloke with glasses, and he's so skinny. I follow him on YouTube.
Octavus singer guy.
I think so, and he sits there, and he just goes. Oh, is insane, and he's like this tiny dude, and everyone always turns their heads.
Yeah, he's got these shorts on his YouTube channel where everyone just looks at him and goes,
yeah, he's insane. The guy with the glasses,
Yes.
he's insane. It is nuts.
See, I strive to sing like him.
Oh, yeah. and he goes so high as well. That's the crazy part.
Well, the thing is, like, lots of bass singers often are the best singers in the field because they have that sort of versatility. They actually train a lot of their high range.
Oh man,
like if you look at Jeff Castellucci from Voice Play, he's their bass singer. He has this ridiculous subharmonic register, but you can also hear him go to like tenor solos.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
Is that the guy that you showed me the other day?
No, that's Tim Warwick, but he's also
Tim Warwick.
He's also ridiculous.
He's ridiculous. That guy. I remember you showing me.
But there's some aspects of a cappella groups like that are just ridiculous to listen to, and you don't appreciate the nuances. When you're part of it, but when you're listening to it, it's amazing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
100%.
That's so cool.
That's so sick. There's such a big world like out there for like just the human voice. It's just
That's the thing. We just got to find a place for beatboxing.
Yeah, 100%.
That's all it is.
It really is, eh? It really is. It's so dope, man. I guess want to put out there, but these wild cards, eh? He's absolutely
Oh
nuts.
man, bro, the Oz Champs wildcards just get better and better. Every single year, I watch them and they get better. It's
I know,
ridiculous.
I know, like I put one in and stuff, but like put that aside, dude, everyone was nuts.
Yeah.
It was so nuts.
yeah.
And
Everyone did so freaking
it
well.
was crazy. Seeing some like old faces and brand new ones as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so
Oh.
one of the guys
Nuts.
who got in. No spoilers, but Spillage. Bro, he won this Oz Champs back in like 2015,
2014.
2014, and it suddenly he came up out of nowhere and he's dropped this insane wild card,
He still got it.
and he still got it. He got
so
in.
nuts. Those
So
drums
good.
are nuts.
Yeah.
It was so hard to like.
Yeah, actually,
was so
yeah.
hard to-
Talk from a judge standpoint.
Yeah, it was so hard to pick because there was already the the people that had already been organised that had gone in from other previous competitions.
Yeah.
And then there's future competitions that will get a slot as well. So we only had 10 slots and there were 35-ish, I think, entries or something like
Yeah.
that. So like there was some that were like, they should be in, but like they weren't able to get in. And
Yeah.
it was, I love judging and then I hate judging so
It's bittersweet, isn't it?
it's like you're like oh, I get to like, you know, watch all these artwork, these forms of art, and these people express themselves, and then you're like, and then I've got to say that you didn't get in, and it just like it always it makes me feel like upset when I see like a beatboxer come into the community, they battle, and then they don't get in the elimination, and then you just don't see them again, and I'm like,
Yeah, they
please
lose
come back.
motivation.
Please
Yeah.
come back, like always come back stronger, like, because yeah, like you've got it, you just
Yeah.
don't have it this time.
Exactly.
And like you're not a bad beatboxer. You're just like this one wasn't your one, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
That was my attitude because when I won the Sydney Royale, that was my attitude. I said I'm not the best beatboxer here. Like anyone here could have won,
Yeah,
but I was
100%.
just the best performer on the night.
On that night.
That's
Yeah,
all it is.
100%.
It literally is. It's like there's so much about timing and luck in these sort of things, and like in the
You
luck
say
of
my
who-
win was lucky?
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I get what you mean. Yeah.
We had no idea. We flipped a coin.
So
We looked at the finals and we're like, I don't know. What do you reckon? And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah.
But like, of course, like, of
So
course,
Warlock, it's your heads next year.
but then, like, of course, there is like the performance side, and like you do train, and there is a big part of like, you know, how much you do put in. It does
Yeah.
carry through, but there's also the factor of like who you get put up against,
Yeah.
and what you've got there at that time present to
Yeah.
go against each other. There's so many different angles and different like
there's so many factors.
Yeah,
First
100%.
champs I ever competed in, I had to go up against CLR in my top 8 battle. Like, how am I meant to deal with that?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, CLR.
Oh,
I've
CLR.
battled
Yeah.
him so many times, and it's just the best.
Speaking of another competitor who's made a
Oh,
comeback.
that is a face that everyone
Bro,
lost.
if you guys haven't seen, CLR came third in the wildcards, and we were messaging him before the wildcards came in, like in the group chat, and we were just like, bro, when are you dropping a wildcard? And then it came out, and everyone was
Losing
we
it.
were losing it. The fact that he came back.
bro.
Mate, I just laughed when Luke showed me the marking criteria and he put like the notes next to it.
Just kick.
He just wrote kick.
Yeah.
CLR's kick is
Bro.
so fucking good.
Oh, just
So
his
good.
drums. Honestly, his drums are, if not the best in Australia, the
His
best in
and
the
for
world.
pitch, he got marked high for pitch for me because his drums were in all pitch.
Yes.
all pitched so well.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, the
drums were
clarity.
pitched so nice and just
Ridiculous,
it's
man.
so good.
It's crazy. Like he is, and I think the mentality he had this year was it was so like beautiful to watch. Just seeing him like like a lot more comfortable in himself. I think. Like
Yeah.
I think he has like, you know, just had a little bit of pressure in the past. But
Yeah.
he's really I think from gymming has really developed something
Yes.
like a very beautiful, like self-loving energy now. Like
Yes.
he's a lot more comfortable with
Well, I mean,
himself.
he took a 1.5 year break just to sort of focus on himself.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and I feel like he's definitely come both in terms of his personality and his beatboxing.
I think
he's
that's
come
so
back as a
important.
new person.
That is
Yeah.
so important to take a break away and and that's okay. And
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
being 100% okay with just taking a break and not drilling so hard that you're, you know, getting stressed about yourself and work,
Exactly.
like your voice gets worse when you stress. So
Yeah.
just take a break, take some time,
Yeah.
take a week off, like completely rest, and then you'll come back with fresh ideas.
100%.
Exactly.
I think that was like the big thing as well in like the Australian scene was like it was just like one battle a year and it was just battles.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really like I guess like an education on how to take it on. So a lot of people were jumping on stage and just had this mentality: you have to be better than the person in front of you, and I got to win this trophy because I got to be the best one out of everyone.
The only person you got to battle is yourself.
It literally is
On stage.
Literally
that's how I always go in there. I'm like,
Literally.
I'm not battling the crowd, but I'm like, I'm just performing for the crowd.
100%.
I always go up with the
100%.
attitude of just putting on a good show. That's what's important to me is just sort of speaking my mind, beatboxing how I want to, and whatever happens.
Yeah, 100%.
For me, like even like counters and stuff like that, I do it for the entertainment purpose.
Yes.
I don't do it to try and get a point over for the judges. I don't even think about the judge anymore. I think when I first started battling, I'd constantly be like thinking about the judges.
Same,
I'm trying to cater to the judges. I'm trying to think. Now I'm just like, I think like for performance and story wise, this will be fun to do like counter because the crowd will have something to laugh at. Like if CLR does something ridiculously technical, I'll counter it with something technical in a comedic way. I'm not serious. Like I can't do what he does. There's no fucking way. But I'll go like this. I'll go like
you're just sort of mocking him.
I'm just having it for like as in like entertainment way.
Playful.
So, playful. It's all playful. And
That's it. I think that's like people have to realize, especially like if newcomers, like people going into the battling scene, don't worry about the people around you because remember, like you just gotta remember to have fun. Remember why you started beatboxing. You didn't start beatboxing because you had to be better than the guy next to you, like in your bedroom or the guy on the computer screen. Like you started beatboxing because it made you feel good.
Yeah.
So you go on stage and you just amplify that. Why would you go on stage and try to be better than the other person when you didn't even start with that?
You know what? You know where I saw a really, really great example of that? Your wildcard.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw that, and my comment for that was just free.
Yeah.
I went in judging your wildcard completely like extra biased because I hear you beatbox every fucking day. So I was in there. I was like, okay, like I'm gonna be extra critical. Like I'm gonna like be like, all right, listen. And then I heard stuff I've never heard you do before, and you're like just your groove and everything felt so free. Exactly. And that's why it marked so high for me. I was like, wow, like he's just enjoying himself.
It felt so genuine as
it felt very genuine. And same with Mr. C and the top mark wildcard. Well done, Mr. C.
We need to talk about Connor, bro.
Oh, bro. As soon as his one came, thank you for that, by the way. That means a lot. I mean, just actually sticking to that for a bit. But just like in the past, 100%. Like in the past, I remember like it used to be doing video wildcards for me was so torturous. Like I used to bash myself up all the time doing those. Like I told you, I don't know if you know, but I think it was when Luke won. So 2019.
2019.
Yeah. For the wildcards for that, it took 3 days of recording, 250 takes. 250 takes.
Oh man, I know what that feels like.
Yeah, and like going in, like going fuck. Like you just because like in my head, right, was like you have the perfect idea of the song, and then when you try to perform it, you do maybe one thing a little bit out. It could be literally you just doing a slight tone out or like even one sound out, and you just and you stop.
Yeah, it throws off everything.
Or you do that one little mistake and then you're trying to continue, but while you're continuing, the back of your head you're going that one thing. There was that one thing in the back but you're still continuing the routine.
Yeah, it's a mindset.
Back of your head, and you're like, no, I got like.
And it screws your whole performance. It screws you, like because remember like. Art is literally like a teleportation or like a portal to your inside, like your whole being. And as soon as you have pressure on you, people feel the pressure as well. Yeah. And the stress. And
it shows.
It shows so much. So when it comes to now coming, like when I did this year's 8 takes, and they all were completely different. It wasn't that one song, it was all completely different. I just went in and went, okay, I have a few ideas, let's just freestyle for a bit and just record it and like within the time and okay, let's do the next one. And within the 8th one I went, this is it, and I sent it out. Like I didn't have any expectations. I didn't set this stupid unrealistic goal of a perfect song in my head, and it was so much more freeing. And I think that clicked with me of knowing what true art was.
Yeah.
True art is knowing how to accept everything and move on.
Yeah, it
Like-
took me a while to realize that as well, because actually with the looping especially, there is one routine that I remember, which was my online worlds wildcard. It took me 250 something takes, because there was just, as you say, there's these moments where I would start the routine and in the first 10 seconds something would go wrong and I would just say, nope, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Because it threw me off and I just couldn't continue the recording.
Pressure, eh?
It's ridiculous.
It
but,
is.
But then nowadays, whenever I release a
don't
loop
stop.
track, it's usually 20 takes tops. And each of them, like, I'll usually have 3 to 4 good takes because I'm more relaxed.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm more genuine in how I'm performing.
I've noticed you as well, like mentally as well. Like you're interacting with us. You're a lot more like open with yourself. as well,
Exactly.
which is good because that transfers to the art.
Yeah,
as well.
it's good to have transparency in what you're doing,
That's it.
especially when you're
100%.
performing.
Performing, everything, transparency, bro.
Yeah,
Everything.
in everything.
I think I'm trying to do that myself more too, like just putting more of who I am as a person into my performance as well.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna make some stupid meme or some stupid joke or do something dumb, it's like I'm just gonna do it on stage.
Just make the most of it.
Like, if I can make you laugh 100 times in a day, like just doing something stupid, like, well, why can't I make a room of people laugh?
Exactly.
Like, just go for it.
Man, I think the best one was I remember hearing. I think it was like either from Codfish or I think it was Jake Collier, or someone
Same
said
thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Same levels.
Same. But basically was like it's not exactly, but it transfers over. But you can't make a dance crowd if you can't make yourself dance.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, was you? Or,
Yeah.
yeah. I've heard it from multiple people.
I
Same
think
thing.
when I was trying to help you with your house beat or something.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
just dance to yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you can dance to yourself, then just fucking then you like. I don't know if it's true, but Connor said it to me. He says like, I've got really good timing, and I'm like, I don't practice metronome. I just dance to my own music.
Yeah.
And if I can dance to my own music, then I might be on time. I don't know. Like
It might be.
I might be on time. Maybe I'm not just a bad dancer and I'm fucking up. I don't know. But if I'm just like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and then I hear it, and then I'm like, it's still going in my head.
Because that's the
And I'm
thing.
just,
If you
like,
dance
having
to
fun
your
with it.
beat, the crowd will dance with the beat as well.
100%.
It transfers.
Well, that's it. Eh? Like humans, you know, they're searching out for human experiences because we're so.
I've been searching for you.
I'm still searching for you. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Humans are searching for human experiences because we're so stuck in like concrete boxes all
Yeah.
the time. And even especially, let's say the beatboxing scene, like we're just stuck behind computers all the time. And like we're trying to look for genuine human experiences. And if you can have fun, laugh, and be like a dickhead or be like a joker, and you know, and like be genuine, and then also dancing genuinely as well, then people want to follow.
Yeah.
And that transfers.
I honestly think, like, we are all such expressive, creative people all over the world with beatboxing.
Yeah.
And I think the like the meta of what it is at the moment, that I'm seeing that everyone's trying to do something so impressive constantly.
Yeah.
They're always trying to do some new drop every time. I'm not that into it. I think everyone's so fucking incredible and so talented,
Yeah.
but like I don't listen to a song with 9 drops in it. Like
100%.
I don't have so many evolutions and variations of a song where I do like some music that does do that. Like it goes and then goes here and then goes there, goes there. I like to go back to where I started. I like
man.
I like to just feel what's happening.
100%.
I like more simple things. That's just personal preference.
No, I agree.
100%, man.
Like if you listen, for example, to like your sets, like you just do the techno sets.
Yeah.
And it's the sort of same beat. There's a little bit of progression, but it's also the same.
You can do progression where you can bring it in and then take something away and then
Exactly.
bring it back in again, and it's
That's all you need.
just as effective as doing 4 different
Amen.
arpeggio drops and
Yeah.
inward bass to lip. Like it's so impressive, and it's always there's always going to be people doing that to push evolution and beatboxing in that way, but to connect with like a crowd like of just people that just want to have like enjoy someone
Yeah.
expressing themselves,
Yeah.
there's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
There's definitely a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
For me, whenever I go to a music event, if I can see that the performer is enjoying themselves, then I know that I'll enjoy the performance even more.
Yeah, 100%, man.
It's like, especially with beatboxing, I feel like, as you said, sometimes the mentality is you've got to be better than the other performers. And because of that mentality, sometimes I feel like beatboxers aren't completely connected with how they're performing.
Yeah.
And it's the case, of course, with a lot of people who started beatboxing over lockdown. Actually, because they started online.
100%.
There's no live performance. There's no live interaction, and there's a
so
huge
true.
there's a huge emphasis. Because I also started around that time. My first event was 2019 Oz Champs that I came to, and then after that we went straight into lockdown. And the only way my favorite beatboxing memories are going to these events and these meetups and actually just sort of talking with these people who are interested in this weird art form.
Yeah.
Like, because it's so hard to be genuine and it's so hard to have a genuine interaction online.
Yeah, actually, so funny. Like, I was in my head. Like, I used to say, but as a general thing, it used to be COVID kids, right?
Yeah.
But there's literally a line of COVID beatboxers.
Yeah.
And it's like such a different. It's such a different generation compared to, like, I remember when I first started. It's so different, you know. Like, it's kids, right, that were in their bedrooms and they didn't know. They didn't build a tool to know how to face human interaction because they were always covering faces or had to hide indoors.
Yeah.
And then when it came out to beatboxing, because the thing is, when you have something so like beatboxing's so cool and it's powerful, it's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
And then the thing is that there's two different ways that you can take it. It's like, I'm gonna do this because it's so fun and like let's have fun and like, you know, blah blah blah. Like let's have fun and do that, or I can show off and try to protect my insecurities. And like there's there's two different pathways, and I think there's a lot of kids that like, look, everyone's been in that part where you kind of like you're kind of protecting yourself, you know, and you have a tool to protect yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids came out beatboxing like that.
Yeah.
It was a really big problem, to be honest. Like in my opinion, because like just like a lot of people, you know, just it was just like you have to do the craziest arpeggios, you have to do the craziest drums and technique. You have to do
that's not the case.
Well, I think I think there are artists, of course, that do that, but they do it with a purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you've got a purpose and you've got a reason of why you're doing that in your piece, and it makes sense, like to you, then like you can tell when it makes sense. But when someone's like, I got to do that because that's what someone else did to win a competition, then they're not connecting with what they want to do, which I did the same thing.
We all have.
I've done the same thing with like what sort of style I wanted to try. Like, you know, it was not my style, but I attempted that style. You go through different versions of yourself as a
you
beatboxer,
do. It's the layers, eh? The fucking layers.
And you just keep peeling away or keep adding something, and you're like, I don't even know if this is who I like. Does this even speak through me? Like, this style
that's the
or
thing.
this sound or this tone or this like just isn't what I do. But I was like, I'll give it a go because like I'll try it in a battle, and then I just some of those tracks I've done in a battle and I've never looked back at them again.
Yeah.
Some of them I do want to go back to, but other ones I'm just like,
oh man, same.
Yeah.
I have a very hard time looking back at my old stuff, but I'm slowly getting better and better at it because advice from Codfish, it was like, it is a big part where that old stuff that was like, I guess in some people's eyes, like, oh, I was worse back then, better now, and you kind of reject it. And it's like, no, that stuff is gold because that is showing you the progression of where you came from.
Exactly.
And slowly, as you slowly start accepting that more, then you do become more of a man as well, because you're starting to take yourself as a whole and realizing you and your purpose here on this planet.
Yeah.
It is a part of manhood. It's taking a big acceptance of you as a whole, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. What were you about to say? Sorry. I think.
I was just gonna say, like, talking about the honestly, I can't remember what I was gonna say. We were talking about like the attitude of like having to
that's right,
having to change, and I think especially like I started off with trying to replicate every single beatboxer that I could hear.
Yeah.
And because I started off in a period where beatboxing was, I would say, at its peak with like Grand Beatbox Battle 2019, obviously with the Australian Championships happening, that I had so many different influences and so many different ways of sort of starting my beatboxing style.
It's only been that long for you?
Yeah. I started beatboxing 5 years ago.
It's so crazy.
Which is insane. Like here, like it's also good though. We get these different perspectives because you guys have been in the scene for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I started
I'm
off
about to turn into a skeleton in this chair. When you're in those memes where it's like, oh, so when someone explains something out of and then the other person just goes.
So welcome to episode
nuts.
2. This is going to be a solo podcast with Brunny.
It's 2 skeletons.
I think I've almost been beatboxing for 20 years.
20 years,
That's
bro.
nuts.
That's nuts. I think it's about 13 now for me.
Wow.
We got the full spectrum.
Yeah.
We got
13,
it's like
20.
we got the far end of like that sort of generation, and we've got pretty much you. Like what you now? 21?
22.
22. Yeah.
Turning 23 in a few days.
Oh, a few
I thought
days.
you were about to say
29th of August.
Oh, dude, happy birthday! Fuck yeah,
by the
let's
time this
go.
comes out, Brunny will be 23.
Yeah.
Oi.
New beatboxer on my birthday. But yeah, so
Give him a sub for his birthday.
Come on, do it.
go sub to Brunny Beatbox, Brunny BBX on Instagram.
That plug in, come on.
And
You gotta do like the what's it called, the subliminal like messaging where it just flashes like Instagram. It's like what was that? And
Yeah, I'll put some captions in the YouTube video.
You should just your newest track, just flash it really aggressively, like really quickly in the video.
Bass boost the video.
It's just like the thumbnail. It just goes. Like what was that? And then they're going through YouTube and like, I swear I've seen that.
Version 2.
Nah, don't do that. It's
Version
probably
1,
set off epilepsy or something.
But yeah, just like talking about the full range, because like I, especially starting off when beatboxing was, I would say, at its peak with those sorts of huge events going on.
Yeah.
It was very intimidating for me coming into a scene that's already so well developed.
Yeah.
As a new beatboxer, and I think that's also something I think that a lot of young beatboxers can relate to, is that they're coming into a scene which has been in the works since God knows how long.
Yeah, like was it like the late 80s?
Starting off with hip hop culture, yeah, exactly.
Late 80s or something, yeah.
And yeah, just trying to adapt.
Wait. Sorry. I literally spaced out. I went to the 80s for a bit.
He time traveled for
Back when I was 1.
You're a guest here. Know your role.
That's what Gale did when he came out. He just went, you know when they smack the butt so the baby cries. He goes, ew.
I came out and did throw bass straight away. I was like, wow.
Honey, I think the baby's crying. Wow.
You know when he got the leg up and they smack the bobs and they cry? Wow. I'm like, what? Beans.
Give me among beans. But God damn. I knew as soon as we started this podcast that it was going to go off the rails, but like...
It's so funny. We have like a thing right
Yeah, we have
behind
a
you,
whiteboard there that's like what we're meant to talk about.
and it's going like this. It's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. Well, look, it's a first.
It's a first. Hey,
a first.
we're going to
Just
get...
like when you start beatboxing, it's all over the shop and then
Exactly.
you get refined.
You adapt and you become more unhinged as the podcasts go on.
Hey, look, that's it. Hey, like humans start with chaos, and people find order through chaos.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's how we work. That's literally how
Oh,
we
you
work.
got philosophical for a second there.
Just
Let me pull on my glasses.
Just live in
According
the
to my
chaos.
calculations.
Sorry.
Just live in the chaos.
Live in chaos, literally.
Oh,
Literally.
beatboxing is chaos.
Live in chaos.
Like these jam nights, honestly, we've been organizing these Sydney jam nights, and we just sort of let things happen.
Yeah.
Like we just take things one event at a time. We just say, hey, what do you guys want to do next?
It's so great. Like we had like the first one we did was, what was it? We played pool. There was like 10 of us, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was busy.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like 8 to
Started
10
at the
people.
beach.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my
we
God,
started at
yeah.
the beach. That was a dumb
We
idea
went
for
to
me.
Bondi Beach, we got food, and then we came back and we just jammed until the night was over.
Yeah, but I thought that was a dumb idea from me. It was like, oh, we can go swim and stuff like that. No one went in.
No one swam.
No one swam. We were there at Bondi for like what was like an hour, and we're like, it was so fun because it was even funnier because I was like, okay, because the jams I'm always gonna hold this, the way it's sectioned out as well is that the first part is all ages. So that's why I chose the beach. There's like maybe like if there are people that are a little bit nervous, there's something like a human act, like a very like an activity that we can do, like go swimming or something, so we can break it up and just kind of hang out as like normal experience.
Yeah, and then I was the youngest person there at 22.
Yeah, and I was like, and it was so funny because I had that open. And we all got together and we're like talking, and we all just looked at each other. I was like, what? It was like, what? Well, it didn't happen with the kids, so we all looked at each other and went, pub.
Yeah, literally. So near Rex's place, there's this pub on the main road that all of the beatbox jams end up there.
Yeah,
and
it's so funny.
And it's just ground zero at this point.
I literally,
Shout out the lady.
The lady.
Shout out the lady in Camperdown.
The only lady I did in my life, mate.
I might be single, but with her,
It's good to play some pool, like have a bit of camaraderie, and then and then start jamming.
yeah, because
It's
then
so
you're not interacting as a beatboxer. Then you're interacting just as who you are as people.
Maybe we could do one like in the book a studio and but also go hang out Hyde Park or something, and then go Brand X or something like that.
Yeah. Well, like
when it gets hotter. Or something.
I was suggesting a studio session because we can record stuff as well.
Yeah.
If we use a studio.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's been nice. Like like you said, it's been changing around. Like last night we went to support BVT. Killed it.
Shout out BBT.
Killed it. Absolutely killed it. Come on.
If you don't know, you're about to know me. No, her. It doesn't work when I'm trying to say her slogan. She goes, BVT, if you don't know, you're about to know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. It doesn't work.
You're about to know she.
But absolutely killed it last night. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was so nuts. I love you so much, by the way.
Yeah.
Love you so much.
It was such a great moment because she performed first off amazingly. If you don't know BBT, go check her stuff out because her music is insane.
And also I want to say BVT is also such a groundbreaking thing for the beatbox community as a whole, because like for so long the male community is saying that only males could only do throat bass and stuff like that. She absolutely threw everyone in the trash and said that's bullshit.
She is honestly one of the most no filter people. Like if she believes in something, she does
goes, man. She does throat bass lower than most dudes in the Australian community. It is insane.
And she always opens her show with it because it's her sort of intro is to do like a little beatboxing thing. Yeah. Like someone says, "Get the fuck out," boom, 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 like that.
It's so insane, man.
Yeah. If you honestly go listen to, she's done a few showcases at the Australian Beatbox events at Sydney Royales, and it's always insane.
So good, man. So we did that last night to support her. We like the other days. What do we do? It's literally been the lady.
We had Millsy over, and he was playing with. His Ableton, and we played around.
Mr. Harmonic Rush.
Yeah. Harmonic Rush. Check out Harmonic Rush as well.
Yeah.
Loves his psytrance. It's so good at it. Production wise is top tier.
And he does like live. That's the thing. He does like producer, like GBB producer style showcases. Like he records all the sounds and produces them.
And he
live.
does these for like an hour and a half,
like full on psytrance techno.
It's
showcases.
So good, bro. So good, and he loves his dark humor.
Loves
his dark humor.
And he's
I remember.
Also an amazing beatboxer.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, he's also a beatboxer. You're like win-win.
So nice. So we had a jam with him.
I remember that night after the beach when we were driving home in his car, and he just puts on some of his music, and it blew my mind.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so ridiculous how good his music is. And the fact that like he was talking about this little effect that he has. He was like, "Oh, did you know that's a vocal fry?" What?
Yeah, man. He's got like in each track is like there's like bits of bits of him in it. It's like it's so cool, and you can't tell, and it's so like.
Just tries to do a vocal fry and it just screams.
That was more like vocal fried.
That was
vocal fried.
That was a vocal fry, like a fucking seagull looking for a chick.
That was a vocal try.
And then you had a vocal cry.
Holy shit.
My vocal dry.
Your my vocal dry.
Yeah, my vocal dry.
Oh, it's so funny.
Jesus Christ.
But we have ideas now for the later jams you've brought up. Like I think the next one we want to go bowling.
Oh, I love
Bowling,
that.
laser tag.
We're gonna go.
That's wholesome. Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Go on bowling. Laser tag. We might do like I don't know, we could do holy moly. Or
I reckon. I reckon
or, like,
if we get
Do a
escape
games
room-
night.
yeah, go play. Yeah, it'd be so. Yeah, we were thinking doing like a
Escape room.
board, like a board game night as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That'd be really sick. Like Luke is so big into his board game. Oh my, he literally has like a library of board games.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So sponsored by Luke. Next jam night. Yeah, but just these ideas. If you're in Sydney, by the way, and you want to join these jam nights, they are open to every single person in the beatbox community. So if you watch out for our Instagram posts because we post about these things on our stories and stuff.
Well, we try to. I've definitely been very bad at them and very shit about them. I need to post them a lot more and a lot sooner as well, so then people can actually
Plan it.
plan it out
Yeah,
for it
well-
as well. Because I realized I think because there's been less people, because as the group has scored, it's because of my bad advertisement, so I need to be on that a bit more. But they are so fun and up to and this is a promise. I'm not going to stop these. These need to happen every month, no
Yes.
matter how many people there are. This is also a good outlet for me, like soul wise. I think I know you guys come along and you
Yeah.
guys enjoy your time.
I love it.
Like it was only like 4 of us last night, and we were like losing it. I've lost my
Oh,
voice.
bro. Yeah, us and Gabriel as well. Who's
Yeah,
a,
Gabe.
who's,
Okay.
who's a photographer and parkour person from Sydney.
Yeah, shout out to the parkour community.
Yeah.
I love
He
you guys
just-
so much.
Honestly, you just get a couple people together, and I feel like our personalities are very similar, and we just resonate.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Chris Mizzy was there as well. Shout out to the climbing community
Yeah.
as well.
Hey,
So dope.
Yeah.
So
got a
dope.
representative from every council, mate.
Yeah.
The parkour and the
I
climbing.
mean, it's so dope.
That's
It's
so
so dope, man. And it's so good because I think it especially where we come from, where how we do our art, the way we do it, which is just kind of just battling. The only competition we have is ourselves, and those sports as well is based around that. So we
Yeah.
connect
That's
so
so-
well.
That's so true.
Yeah, because it's the same energy where it's you're only battling yourself, and that's the way we set out.
It's the adrenaline rush.
That's
of,
the way we structure our I guess our game for ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we connect so well. Like the climbing and parkour community has been so welcoming for me, and I think for you as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so sick, so dope.
I
man.
think it's that those communities have definitely inspired you to build this. You would say, right?
Yeah,
Just,
100%.
work on building the beatbox community back up again.
Yeah, 100%. Because
Yeah.
the Sydney community, shout out to Carl. He holds they call the parkour monthly meetups.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it's like 20 people at spots, and they just train, and they're just being they're learning, they're teaching themselves. No, they already know, but they're just having fun and being kids.
Yeah.
You know, learning how to play with their environment again, learning that there's no such thing as linear sort of training. It's about being unorthodox, experimenting and playing around, and it really teaches a very beautiful relationship between you and yourself.
I think we do that as beatboxers.
I was going to
as
say,
well.
yeah, it sounds like a great parallel to beatboxing to me because we're
I-
constantly learning, experimenting, teaching each other new things. It's so similar in the approach to it.
Yeah. So having those guys in these meetups has been so great.
Yeah.
They're part of the beatbox community chats as well, and they're absolutely loving it, and they fit in just like a good pair of socks, you know. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so
Shout
good.
out the sock community.
So make your communities up. Yeah, shout out to my coffee community.
Sponsored by Kmart.
But yeah, honestly, that's so dope.
Yeah.
If any beatboxers, anyone out there wants to do a sport, rock climbing or parkour, honestly, it is probably the best thing that's happened in my life.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
is up my beatboxing and my mental health exponentially.
as well as these.
Yeah, a couple of the.
I think I think that it's funny. I think I just follow your high of what your passion is, and then I get passionate about the same thing, and then I realize I'm exactly the same. Look, well, it's something I've always been interested, but I just didn't have the the execution to do it, and then you do it, and I'm like, all right, well then I can do it now. It's so funny. Once I actually start doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I love it. I love this just as much.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, for me, bouldering is like problem solving and like figuring out ways to think about things in a different way, and that applies to your life. And then parkour for me is like physical but also mental.
Yeah.
And it's preparing yourself for things that are confronting.
Yeah.
Which helps you in your life as well. It's like different ways to apply these sports or movements to just regular life and things that are, you know, confronting you in your life or something like that. And then you just think about it in a way like, okay, I need to understand why this is making me feel like scared, or why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then when I apply that into, something that's actually happening to me personally, then it's so much easier to break it down piece by piece.
Yeah.
And just same with, I've started like bringing my beatboxing into my parkour, as in breaking down my line or breaking down my run, or what I'm going to do is how I arrange my music.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm using the breaking down that I've done from parkour into my beatboxing again. They're all like, as Reeps has always said, you got to have a triangle.
Yeah, you gotta have the triangle.
You got to have, he's got his chess, his art, and his beatboxing.
Yeah, and they all intertwine. And if you get tired of one, because you're not supposed to be doing one thing all the time, you can switch between, which is so cool. It's such a crazy tool to have as a human being.
But
not
it
even
works.
just not even just as a creative, but just anyone out there.
Yeah.
Like anyone that I guess is that works really hard in something that's very logical or something like that. And then having, I don't know, maybe they go to the gym or something, like having that triangle of three activities, and then knowing how to switch between when necessary is so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful for the soul.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I agree.
Oh man. So sick.
You've got more of a fucking pentagram or something though now.
Yeah, I do.
You're doing producing, you're playing music, you're beatboxing, you're doing bouldering, you're doing parkour. You're probably going to start painting soon, I feel.
Yeah, I've got a book of drawings and
Drawings,
stuff.
I could
Adding the corners of the shape.
Yeah. So I guess the way I do it as well, because
dodecahedron.
it's weird as well, because I do so much, but at the moment it doesn't feel like I get tired, because the way I do it is that I actually I still have a triangle. It's just music, exercise.
They're like stars, and you can overlap them. And,
Yeah. Because they're all
okay.
like parkour and rock climbing to me fall under the same category.
Yeah, okay.
So then it doesn't. So for me, it doesn't overwhelm me, because it just goes as exercise. So then music wise, like doing the mixing, mastering,
or looping,
looping,
beatboxing,
production.
it's all the same.
It's just
Okay.
under music.
Yeah.
So doing all having it like that, because
It's like a subgenre.
Yeah. Exactly. It's
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
like a
yeah.
subgenre. So
It's
having all those categorized like that.
Yeah.
Because I think for a long time it used to be pressure,
So
because
it's like active. In a way, you've got active art and probably cooking as well.
yeah. So the self-care.
Self-care, that's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
three, but underneath those, they've got their own branches. That's really cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think that's the trick in doing so much at the same time. You shouldn't some people definitely don't. I don't recommend it, but if you do it, that just simplify it for yourself, because then it takes off the pressure. Because that's the thing, especially when you are creative, or you've got ADHD, or you've got trauma responses and stuff, and you've got too much going on, because in your head you pre-perceive it as one thing. Like having that much going together.
Yeah, it's a sensory overload.
Yeah,
That's what it
sensory
is.
overload. Yeah, so then learn to simplify it even more, and the pressure comes off so much.
Yeah.
The pressure is taken off so much. Take off the pressure. But yeah, that's how I do. That's how I do so much at the same time. But I love it. I absolutely love it.
You just roll over top of it.
Oh, can you just move that a bit? Just squiggle the.
Go for a dance.
Go for a dance.
Yeah, still going. Let's
Still
go.
on.
Hell yeah.
I know. I just want to.
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about?
Well,
Well,
there is a whiteboard over there.
Oh yeah.
Well, the predictions for the champs. Well, yeah. When is the champs?
November 30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, November 30th.
November
2
30th.
days after my birthday.
And it's
Yeah.
at it's a Factory Theatre. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Got confused between Factory Theatre and Oxford Art Factory.
Yeah.
But yeah, Factory Theatre in Enmore.
Yeah, in the smaller...
In the den.
The den.
No, what is
Den?
it? A fuse box.
Fuse box.
Factory fuse box.
The factory fuse box.
But yeah, so if you guys want to get tickets, they're now available through Beatbox Australia.
Hell yeah. I'm so keen for the chance.
It'll be
bro.
so much fun. All three of us will be there performing, for starters. But yeah, I don't know. Like looking at these wildcard winners and also the people who are qualified, it's really hard for me to make a prediction on who's going to take it.
It is hard because like to be like you said, it's even like there's so much about time. There is performance and like how much you train, but there's also like the timing, who you paired up with, and
exactly.
the luck. It's like it's so hard to even tell. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it'd be like I know it's like Connor like is always training because he's always in music. He lives and breathes music.
I got a list on my phone, by the way. That's what I got my phone out. I'm not just being inattentive.
He's scrolling TikTok.
Don't lie,
Yeah.
buddy.
He's like doom scrolling while talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just see my finger going 100 miles an hour.
Kids that generation, man. They just can't get off their phone.
Talk about getting lost in shorts. But no, yeah. Like looking at this list, like there are so like I think honestly, on a given night, any one of these people could win. That's the thing.
I reckon one of them will.
No way.
You didn't register that, did you, Rex?
Until later, I went.
Wait, what?
I'm like, wait, what? No, this
Well,
must be
actually,
a-
it could be any of the Perth winners as well. We've got
That's-
the competitors from Perth and Queensland as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just people from like it's. Looking at it's usually more diverse, but there's a lot of Sydney people in this lineup.
Yeah.
But yeah, there
There's
are people
more
from
Queensland this
yeah,
year.
there are more people. There are people from all over. I mean, we got Hyper, Radio Ripe representing Brisbane. We got Buddyman and Take Gin representing Perth.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we've got the new champions. By the way, Queensland and Perth Championships 2024 haven't happened yet. So we got two more people.
5th of October, right?
Yeah,
Something like that,
Queensland's
we are
5th
judging
of
that.
October.
Rex and I are judging that, and we'll be performing.
Shout out to DJ Rex. You're an absolute legend. You are absolutely
Queensland
amazing.
community is great.
You're actually biggest inspiration for me actually doing this whole like community like interaction and work that I'm trying to do now as well. Like I remember going up to some Smoke, seeing what you were doing. There was a beautiful moment where Radio won and a group of you guys just started crying. Like it was the most. It was so incredible, and there was like this. Like my skin started like just. I got like chills.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I went
Chills. from
chills.
Sydney.
Yeah,
I
no.
got chills beatbox down the spine. But I was just
Sorry, that fucking got me.
one of them knee slappers.
Pick that up on the mic.
But like seeing that, and I remember seeing there, and it was incredible because usually I would get emotional, like start crying through, but I didn't. That didn't hit me in that way. I sat there and just my eyes. I got this huge like adrenaline rush, and such a heavy disassociation, like a storm of thoughts, emotions, and feelings, and then euphoria.
Yeah.
And like and I just went, this is the feeling that is missing. This is the feeling that's missing from the
Community.
It is. If you guys don't know Radio, by the way, he's probably one of the most wholesome people in the Australian community. He's also an insane beatboxer. Like he's in Oz Champs. He's a great performer in his own right.
He blew at when I judged the Queensland champs. He blew when I judged it with Ripe and Hyper. He blew me away. Like I was like, whoa. And then I told Rex, I'm like, Rex, you've got to see this. I was hyping him up so much, and then I was worried that I was hyping him up so much, and then he came, and then Rex looked at me and goes, he's special. I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
he is.
He is something special.
Like I remember saying to you, I was saying, because of course, like we hear, like especially the tribe, we hear each other all the time, and there's like what I call his soul. Like there's a soul element that we do. Especially Jack really showed that like soul in beatboxing, and then it's like the generation started going up, and then seeing him, I went, oh, this guy's got soul. Like, and it was like such a long period of just like, hearing everyone. And then just this one guy came out. I was like, this guy has soul, brother. It's like...
He's one of those beatboxers who is just so naturally in tune with who he is as a performer.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Rhett.
Yeah.
Like how his sound palette wise is like, it's not super complicated, but it's his groove.
It doesn't need to be.
It's exactly right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's the passion behind it. It's like the emotional drive behind what they do, and it's like, whoa, because like, they're not technical, but it's the energy that is like presented through the art, and then it gets you. Like you're like, whoa.
On a weird level, his performance style reminds me of Codfish.
Yeah,
like just sort of letting his performance do the talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Letting his sounds represent who he is.
It's bringing out the soul in beatboxing.
I think that's one thing what we should take away from this is like that you don't need much to express yourself.
Yeah. You don't
need many words to tell a story.
You don't, man.
You can still tell a story with your eyes. You can tell a story with your face, with your heart, like with your breathing, like your pacing. You don't have to spout a million words a second to try and tell the story or description. You could just describe it with tone.
Yeah.
Like you can literally just you can express yourself with less.
100%. You hear like the greats, like let's say like Bob Dylan. You hear like Ray Charles didn't have like a crazy range, but because of the fact that he was so soulful and he like loved what he did. Well, like Bob Dylan doesn't sing in tune, but the soul and the connection that he has outwards is so incredible, and that's why he's where he is now in position of like the music art industry.
And the connection he has to his music as well.
Exactly.
Like you can see him in everything he makes.
Exactly. It's like you see like some of the greatest painters. Like there's so much like painting and digital work that happens now. It's so detailed, but you'll never get the same feeling as you get from Picasso, which is like only a couple of lines. And like maybe like half a face, and it tells you more than anything. Yeah,
that's one reason why, like, especially with the uprise of AI, I feel like there's always going to be something missing if we use AI.
Exactly. I think that was like a big thing. I remember someone saying like, oh, I'm so scared that AI is gonna destroy the art scene.
No.
I was like, no, that's bullshit. You know what's gonna do? It's gonna up the price in human art because people are gonna be searching for soul. Because like I said, humans always look for human experience. No matter where you are, humans will always search for human experience.
I think that's why beatboxing as like a worldwide like thing, like all the beatboxers, like, you know, like Mad Twins and Darnie and Taras and people like that. Like, I think that's why they're getting so, like, big and popular and, like, getting so many eyes on them at the moment is because people are looking for, like, human, like, something human. Even if they're using such, like intense editing and, like, stuff that
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, of course. But, like, they're seeing a human do something like that.
Exactly.
And that's so rare because everything's so produced now.
Yeah.
And just to see a human do that, I think there's a lot of people that... I think beatboxing is going to like keep growing constantly with where we are right now with everything.
Yeah, but even with that, even with like that sort of approach to beatboxing, you can tell it's so genuine to who they are as an artist.
Yeah.
Like with Taras, for example, like every single one of his videos, you could listen to it and go, that's Taras.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we want with pretty much every beatboxer is that's what we're striving for, is to have.
And I think everyone will have
producing.
that. I think every artist, like, you know, when you hear a producer or you hear like an EDM producer or something, and you can hear it and you go, oh, that's definitely them. Like you hear a beat, like you'll hear that that's when I find I know I like an artist, when I can hear it and I go, oh, that's Cohen Sound, or that's Cameron Crooked. Like I can just feel it without even looking at it. I'm like, oh, I haven't even heard this song before. I bet and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be one of these guys. You can just hear it with their sound palette. And when you hear a beatboxer do the same thing, that's when you know a beatboxer's good.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like some of the best advice like Codfish told me was, the thing is like people are always trying to be the best of that industry, or the best of this, or better that person in front. But it's like, you don't need to, because the people that are great, they're not... the people that you look up to, the inspirations, they're not an inspiration to go to you and go, you've got to be me.
No.
They're telling you to be the best version of you, because no one can be you.
Exactly.
No one can be you. So if you're the best version of you, then no one can touch you.
Exactly.
Because no one else can be you.
No one can replicate what you do.
Exactly. That's literally it. Like knowing how to accept what you can do, and then pushing that, because no one else knows how you function. No one else knows what you want except you. And once you find that and create that pathway, then you can be the best version of yourself. And that's like that's what Jack told me. Like, look how far he pushed with beatboxing and stuff. And that's why I think so many people love Codfish as well, because he's just being the best version of himself. And that's why people get so inspired. But that's like also with everyone else out there. You don't need to be you don't need to be Codfish. He's just telling you to be you. That's literally what a big message I think that comes from Codfish.
Yeah.
It's like
Rex, ladies and gentlemen. that was beautiful, man. that was beautiful.
I think that's a good spot to close. You know.
Yeah.
That's a
You
beautiful
reckon?
thing to
Do we
end.
want to talk about the competition at all anymore? About the wildcards at all?
Sorry?
Do we want to talk about Oz Champs at all anymore?
Actually, you know what? Back to the wild cards. I want to talk about some of the newies.
We've got
people that
one
would-
person in here who has never competed before, and that is Adam.
Adam. Right. Where did he come from?
Let's get into this.
What was that? What was that, man? Wait, how long did we go for? I think for an hour 11. We still got time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like thinking about going, oh, maybe we're like 2 hours in or something.
Yeah. No, it's only 11.
That's
an
why I
hour.
was trying to be conscious of it.
Yeah. I just looked. It's like an hour and 11, so
Okay.
it's good.
But Adam, bro. Oh, I remember watching his first wildcard that he did actually for the Oz Champs that I competed in back in 2021. He has leveled up insanely since then.
It's so I've never seen him. Bro.
No, I never. I've
never seen him.
I've never seen.
I remember him very vaguely, but this wildcard blew my mind.
Yeah, I was watching him. I was like, oh, like he did like a couple things. Like, oh, that was really clean. That's really. Oh, that's whoa.
Yeah.
Like it just kept going and
Yeah,
giving.
you start getting into it, and you start realizing what he's doing.
Yeah, it just kept giving. That was
Yeah,
like crazy.
exactly.
It just kept giving. It was insane.
I hope they release like the wild cards like on the YouTube channel. Or something.
Yeah, they need
Yeah.
to.
Because I think more people need to see that, because you can only it was only on the event page.
Yeah, and
No,
no one else will be seeing.
Yeah,
those.
we need
Or maybe like he can maybe we can talk to Bill, and maybe all the entries can do a version of, if they want, they can redo a version of their wildcard recorded like properly.
Yeah.
And
And then release it as just like these were their entries or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that for the wildcard winners, and just have like a playlist or a compilation
Yeah.
of all of their routines.
Yeah, because I think some of these artists just need to be heard. And
Yeah.
the-
Yeah,
the
100%.
BBA has that platform. So.
Every
Yeah.
single one of these artists,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
should be heard more.
Yeah, even the ones that didn't make it as well. Like, there was like, he was that guy that he did some. He was so unique.
Oh, Gravy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that
Gravy.
was nuts.
Bro.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
nuts.
I told him I better see him at the Queensland Champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the first runner-up, by the way. He came 11th in the wildcards. I'll be so happy. Like, I don't want anyone to drop out, obviously, but if I
Yeah.
see him at Oz Champs, I'll be so happy.
Oh, it's that was so like that shocked me. I was like listening to him, like this is so different.
It was
Yeah.
so unique and so different.
It was like listening. It was like hearing Gypsy Box back in like
Yes.
like, it was so
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
I went, whoa, this is
Yeah,
this is
that
tingling,
inward
like,
fry
different-
that inward fry texture is still in
Yeah.
my mind.
It's so dope.
So when I judged that, for me, the only reason I'll be like very transparent, the only reason it didn't get in is because he did 2 routines,
Yeah.
like a minute each, that were I'd never seen him before, so I had no tell that he could do any more than that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'd seen a full routine or a full set, like,
Yeah.
I would have been able to.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
yeah, it was just hard to tell. Like, I told him that anyway. I sent him a voice clip and I said, look.
Yeah,
like,
oh no, I sent him a message the day after the results were announced, and I said, bro, you came 11th, you deserve that. Hey, Rex, could you grab my water bottle from my bag?
See, that's the thing though. 11th isn't a bad thing. If this was a regular competition, he'd be in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
It's top
the
16.
The standard in this is so ridiculously high, and you've got people like, honestly, every single person who submitted a wild card, again, on a different day, they could have been in. That's the thing. But yeah, like, just talking about Gravy, like, you look at people like RDG, for example. RDG is another beatboxer from Sydney. And just amazing.
Oh, so good. That bass he does is so nice.
So
Yeah.
nice.
So nice, and like I've seen him play because he has music background. He's played a live
Yeah.
band when we did Vivid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Vivid in Chatswood, wasn't it? And we saw him perform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he is like got that. He has that performance like background as well. He's so dope. He's so dope.
Yeah.
And such a chilled bloke as well.
Yeah, I've jammed with him because he goes to my university as well.
That's
so
right, yeah.
I jammed with him in just one of the music rooms we booked out. They had a little amp in there. We plugged both our mics in, and we literally just traded beats for half an hour.
That's so
And
dope.
it was so much fun. Like it just has this. He has this style. Again, it's about defining your style, and he definitely has a style that resonates a lot on stage. Actually,
Yeah, it does.
He has those videos from Sydney Royale. Check them out. And he's such a natural performer.
Oh, he did so well that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was so dope.
Energy wise, he reminds me like as in like just like my way that I always like associate with something I already know. He reminds me of Flynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy wise and
Yeah.
performance on stage and just like presence is very, very similar to Flynn.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is also another incredible beatboxer.
Reminds me of
Powers.
Powers.
Shout out to
Reminds
Flynn.
me of
Love you,
Y2K. Oddly, I think he has the same sort of
yeah.
presence as Y2K.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's also just because he started with his back to the audience during Sydney Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Because Young did that at Oz Champs as well.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, we saw Young yesterday. Oh, dude. So good to see you
Oh my
yesterday.
God.
Love you, man.
Yeah,
Love you. Shout out to Young.
Y2K, what a legend. I
Y2K.
see him because he works at Macquarie Centre near where I live.
Yeah.
So I see him every now and again. I'll walk in and we'll just chat about beatboxing. And it's so good to just see
So
him.
dope. It is so dope.
But yeah, he's also competing.
Yeah, his wild card was sick. That
Yeah.
snort bass drop, nuts, bro. So nuts. That was like one of the heaviest drops in like the
Yeah.
in the wild card section.
Yeah, oh.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, and it hits. It's one of the loudest basses you'll ever hear on stage.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
It does. It
Those
has such a
bases.
crazy frequency range.
It does.
Because it hits a sub, but it also hits like a ridiculously high.
Yeah,
like,
it hits a sub because you're breathing through your nose and it actually resonates through your throat as
Yeah.
well as through the nasal cavity. So you get the snore bass resonance, which is like the higher end, but then you
Yeah.
also get the sub frequency of it resonating behind. It's this weird. It's such a good sound. It was one of the first sounds I ever learned was snore bass.
Oh.
I learned snore bass back when it was kind of shit back. I was like that sort of snore bass, but I've developed it and it's such a good resonant sound and it's also versatile. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like for me, I've started to learn how to pitch it and actually use it as a musical bass.
Because it also works as I guess like I don't use it I don't use it at all, but like I'm guessing it's like a lip roll where it's like it gives you a frequency, like a really amazing frequency at the same time you're recovering.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a recovery sound, but it has so much power behind it.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, because like you need to breathe in, so you just snort or you do a lip.
And the one thing that a lot of people who do snore bass is that you can actually change the resonance. So by changing your tongue shape in your mouth, you can change the tone without changing the pitch.
That's
so
pretty
it's
cool.
actually really versatile. So like you could have like the Y2K, which is like the you can have that, or you can go like that sort of
Damn.
thing. You can have different resonances depending on your mouth and tongue.
That's
position.
so sick.
It's so weird.
That's
But yeah,
mad.
Y2K has one of the. He was probably the reason I started learning snore bass because it's just so ridiculously powerful on stage.
It's so crazy.
And also, it comes out of nowhere. That's the thing. Like he'll be doing a trap beat, and then all of a sudden he'll just go.
yeah, he does it so well. Eh?
Yeah, it's just,
nuts.
it's out of nowhere, and everyone just goes, "What the
hell,
What the
eh?"
fuck is that?"
it slaps every fucking time.
Yeah, I know.
The bomb.
The bomb, yeah, the
snore
Y2K bomb, bro.
back on TeamSpeak, when he come on TeamSpeak, I said, "Oh, that's the bomb." I call it the Y2K bomb.
So good. It hits you. man.
Y2K bomb incoming.
It hits so hard.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, eh?
Yeah.
Who else is on that list?
Who else have we got on this list? Oh, we talked about him earlier. Chills.
Yeah, Jill.
Chills
yeah.
is one of the young guns.
Yeah, man.
I say young guns. He's like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah,
but,
fucking hell, Chills, bro.
Chills is one of those people who has unlimited potential as a performer.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
I think again he's like this like no shade to him, he's still discovering who he is as a beatboxer.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happens, he's easily gonna win competitions.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He will win stuff. Like
Yeah.
Sydney Royale, for example, he came 9th, I think, or 10th in the eliminations, just missed out.
Yeah.
And we literally said to him, all you're missing is performance and stage presence.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like everything else he
That'll
did,
come. That'll come
yeah,
over time.
exactly. That's the thing.
Experience.
It'll come with experience, and
right.
like at Auschamps could be completely different because he's
Yeah,
had
man.
this experience now.
He's so like the sound library that guy has is so ridiculous. Like it is.
Speaking of sound libraries, mate.
I came out of there, but yeah, like the sounds that he can do is so crazy, and how much he trains a day is insane. But all I can say, because like you say, he's still discovering himself. Just chills. Be gentle with yourself. That's it.
Chills.
Yeah,
Live
oh,
up to your name.
Yeah, chills. Chill.
Bro, I remember he sent us a voice message like, bro, my throat's killing me. And I was like, no, stop. What are you doing? And he's like, but my inward bass sounds so much better now. And I was like, no, stop.
Stop, bro. Stop. This is a big thing from Mike Tyson. Someone asked him, how do you be so strong and be so great in what you do? And he goes, you have to learn how to rest too.
You have to pace yourself.
Yeah, resting is one of the most important things in training, because if you don't rest, then you can't go harder next time.
Yeah.
You need to do that. Like listen to like some of the greatest singers in the world, like opera singers. Listen to how loud they are, but they've got complete control of the voice and they're not hurting themselves.
The reason that they do that, because I've actually done opera singing before. We've got like when you do the training for that sort of thing, you make sure you do like a 10-15 minute warm up beforehand. You take everything easy, you make sure everything's activated before you go in here, because otherwise you're going to start singing, you're going to have voice cracks, you're going to have your tones not all there, and then again, if you start like overexerting yourself and you feel that you're overexerting yourself, you take a step back.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same with beatboxing.
Yeah, man, because like, you can hear like some people that have been singing for so long but not taken those factors in, and they've literally like they've got no voice now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like love him so much, Paul McCartney.
Yes.
Because he's such an unorthodox singing style. It was so amazing, but now when he sings now, he can't project anymore. Or you hear like Bob Dylan, you can barely hear his voice anymore.
Yeah.
They're amazing, all of them amazing, but like the care and the rest is so important. Is so important, and like that's the thing. Mike Tyson wouldn't be able to have that prime time if he didn't have that rest either.
Yeah,
you
I
need
agree.
you need to learn how to rest and look after yourself, because that is a big part of it. So just be gentle.
So
with
chills,
yourself.
get some herbal tea or something. Take it easy on your throat, because like talking about his sounds, like the basses that he has. He's only 18 and he has some of the best basses in the country.
Wow.
I would say it's ridiculous. Yeah.
You know who I want to say like big up to? Sonic Boom.
Oh, bro, Sonic Boom.
Oh yeah.
He's like
He's
just
a
progression,
grinder.
It's ridiculous.
progression, and
So
like,
ridiculous.
You can tell he takes rests. He looks up. He practices. He's every time I've seen him, he gets closer and closer to getting in, and it's actually like
Yeah.
That's one thing, man. That was like the same with me. I was like, I kept falling
Persistence.
behind. Just keep going, bro. That's the key and everything. Just keep going.
The perseverance pays off.
It does,
I
bro.
competed 8 years in a row, and I got champs on my 8th fucking attempt.
Yeah.
So it just keep going with it. Don't give up, but do it because you love it. Don't. Do
I keep saying that you have the legacy as one of the best beatboxers in Australia, and yet you didn't win an Australian title until 2022. It's like honestly, the perseverance will pay off, and it's not just the titles that makes the beatboxer. It's the performer.
Yeah, man. There's so many people like that. Some even parkour community, like Dom Tomato. Like Dom Tomato was like he was saying like in his like documentary that felt like he was always falling behind. He like was training for so long and he didn't get like into Team Farang, all these different things. But it was because he just didn't stop. And now he's literally the best parkour athlete in the world.
Yeah. And
because he didn't stop for 20 years. Like it just keep going. It's as long as the fun and love is there.
Keep going, but rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's the regulation. Like we respect the grind, but as well you got to learn how to. How to back off.
Don't go trying to fight Radan for 30 hours straight. Like, have a break, have a rest, come back, go and check your items, check what talismans you got equipped before you go back in. Like, you got to rest up. Philosophy in beatboxing.
You got that Pokemon battle mentality.
any video game mentality you
Yeah,
can apply
honest-
to your your beatboxing and battling. Like
Yeah.
just think about it. Prepare in a way that you're ready and you feel confident and you're ready with it and you're
Yeah.
comfortable. You know, you're ready.
Yeah.
You
Couldn't
know the
agree
move
more.
set.
It reminds me of that YouTube channel. Was it the Gamers Health or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's a really good channel.
That's a
I
good
think
channel.
it's called Gamers Health. We'll have to pop it up, but it's
Yeah.
basically a guy that relates gaming to mental health.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I've seen it a couple times. It's actually like some of the most eye-opening things of it, because I grew up playing a lot of video games as
Yeah.
well, and like seeing it used in this sort of different context it's so weird.
It is weird, but it's like you understand it so well.
Exactly, it's weird, but you're like, wait, that makes a lot of sense.
You gotta wait for that stamina bar to replenish.
Yeah, you do, bro.
You can't keep swinging and swinging and swinging, and then the green bar goes, and then
Yeah.
you got nothing left. You got to wait for it to fill back up again. So that's how you think about your beatboxing. You can't train inward bass all day and then not rest and like
Exactly,
wait. You gotta
bro.
wait for that bar to refill.
You gotta wait for your bow to charge in Minecraft.
You don't go out at night because you'll get attacked by zombies.
Especially in Camperdown.
Oh,
That's
God.
good.
But yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Who else is there on this? Oh, we talked about diverse sound palettes. Mr. C.
Oh,
Bro,
Mate.
Mr. C, first place wildcard. If you don't know him, he's a beatbox educator and ambassador for Beatbox Australia, and like promoting beatbox health and doing all sorts of programs.
Oh, sorry, someone's calling me.
That's Mr. C.
Imagine.
Just wait for that. Just wait for that to stop ringing.
You just cut and then jump it back on again.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. I promise we'll cut that out. No, we won't.
Watch me climb my table.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're all good. But yeah. Anyway, what we're talking about, Mr. C,
Yeah, Mr. C.
beatbox educator. Love the man. He was the reason that I got into beatboxing. He took me to the Australian Championship back when I first started.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
and-
Yeah, that's right. You were telling me that's he was like one of the reasons.
He
you
and I
started.
were next to each other in the crowd. We were mimicking Gypsy Box's trumpets.
Oh, really?
So we were both going in the middle of the crowd.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, no, he's what a legend, and also like such a glow up in terms of his performances as well.
yeah.
Like he came to he first competed at the Australian Beatbox Championship 2021, and is like ridiculous. His first performance, he placed first in the eliminations. Has this amazing performance style.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what he does this year. To be honest,
He's like the what do you call it, the I would say like the humble and beautiful uncle of the community.
yeah. Honestly, he is.
he's like honestly one of the best souls and
Our
like,
Lord and Savior, Connor.
I think like honestly Connor is probably one of the best role models in
I was
in the community.
literally
Yeah.
gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say role model in like behavior, but also like performance, and also just like what you should be striving. Like I hope that he does really well in the competition, and he inspires a whole lot of people in the crowd.
Yeah.
In that, I want more people to follow him.
Yeah.
I want
He's-
people to be like, oh, I want to learn to beatbox because of Mr. C.
Yeah.
I want that because
He has such a beautiful.
there'll be more beautiful humans in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, he has this aura around him that's like everyone is welcome.
Yeah, we need
the
more
thing.
Uncle Connor. We need more Uncle Connors.
Uncle Connor.
Yeah, Queensland's got Uncle Rex, and we need and we need Uncle Connor.
And according to the Perth community, I'm Auntie Gale.
Oh yeah.
Jeddles,
That's right.
Jeddles
Uncle-
calls me,
Uncle Jeddles?
Jeddles calls me Auntie Gale.
Oh my god,
I don't know why.
That's so funny.
that's great.
Uncle Connor and Auntie Gale.
Oh, bro, yeah, but Mr. C, bro, like I remember when his wild card came out, I messaged him straight. I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah. Oh, his wild card
That
is the
was
best beatboxing he's ever done.
It was great. Yeah, you said it's like the best
It,
you've
it
ever
is
heard.
honestly, it is the best stuff I've ever heard from
It is
him.
fucking insane. It was so
so good.
ridiculous.
And I think has he released it on his YouTube channel? I think he might have.
He did it. He did that exact routine for the Oceania comp.
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah.
That's the only reason for me, because I already heard it. It didn't have that fresh, because yours was the highest marked for me. Because I'd already heard Connor's one. It was hard for me to have that fresh.
Yeah.
There was just that little bit that was just like, oh, I've heard this before, but it was still perfect. It was still freaking
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. No. But
Yeah.
It was still incredible.
yeah, like again, like even listening to him in the Oceania Championship, like he just he has this performance style that again is just so genuine to him as a person.
Yeah.
He has a defined style that he goes by, and it's not about winning battles or being the best. It's about expressing himself through beatboxing.
I think he could win GBB.
Yeah.
I reckon him,
I could see it.
I could see it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
If he wanted to, if he could just go for it and win it, for sure.
100%. I reckon if he just if he decided just to go in, he could win the whole thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, there's so many layers. The best way to describe it, Connor's beatboxing is so intelligent.
Yeah.
It's so fucking intelligent, and it's so fun. That's it's so crazy how many layers his art has. And in him, it's very simple, but who he is as a person, it just comes out with so many layers.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And he's also got a lot of classical music training to back it up as well. So he has this preconceived, not preconceived, he has this previous knowledge that he's gained, and he applies it to his beatboxing, and it just creates such a unique tone and approach to his art. And it's honestly, every time I see him perform, I can see it's Connor.
Yeah.
It's like he's one of those people who I can listen to and say,
Yeah.
that's Connor.
Yeah.
He's doing what he does best.
Yeah, 100%. He's really dialed into that, and it's so beautiful. And like I said, he is the best role model for this community. I honestly think he is the best role model for this community.
Yeah.
So we've said down the list, you've gone Mr. C, you've gone.
We're talking about Mr.
Rex.
C. Do we want to talk about Rex?
Oh, Rex. He's already here, mate. Rex was
talk shit.
So also, I'll say,
Rex didn't deserve his wildcard play. No.
I didn't think so either.
So the judges for this competition, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead.
Probably
Yeah.
should have said that. Was myself, Lucrative, who was the 2019 champion. Also, someone is the fucking most incredible artist ever.
Yeah.
And Raz. Raz is also an incredible beatboxer as well.
He's the Bruneian Beatbox Champion for 2 years now, I think he was.
Wow.
And he's also an insanely he's a very technical beatboxer, and he's also
Isn't he Queensland champ as well?
no, he did compete there.
He competed, he got third.
Oh, okay.
But no, he was going to compete at Sydney Royale, but he got sick, unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
But I remember because he was going to compete, but because it's only for Australian citizens, basically because he's a previous champ and stuff, he got offered a judge position.
Which
and honestly,
he's a perfect judge.
yeah, honestly, it balances out the panel really well, I think.
Yeah.
To have someone who's definitely more of that sort of technicality, drum clarity sort of basis.
Yeah. And by the way, you're so good to mix. You're so good to mix raps. When I did the shout outs.
Yeah.
He was honestly the best person to mix. It was the kick, the clarity, and it was ridiculous.
Kick.
Kick. It was so nice. I was like, oh my god, this guy knows what he's doing. And being able to mix that was
Hardest sound to master in beatboxing, kick.
kick.
Honestly, the drums, I always find that there's something slightly off about the drums. You tweak it, and then there's another drum that's slightly off.
Oh yeah.
I meant as in physically master, the hardest sound to get
Oh,
perfect.
yes.
As in a beatboxer is the kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the most important as
It's
well.
it's the main beat.
It's
Yeah.
the heart.
I think
the main beat.
honestly in the world, there's only a few people that actually have that kick you can really feel. It's Barbly, Luke, Jack.
I mean, CLR as well.
CLR as well. Sorry, your CLR. There's not many people that can actually produce a kick that you can really feel.
Yeah.
And actually has the kick frequency. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
A lot of people do their kick so tight.
They're very dry.
It's so high up, But you need that lower sub because honestly, it won't come up on mixes or like beatboxing properly. You need to learn to do that. But that's a whole other talk anyway.
There's also this whole topic about loopers because loopers do the inward kick.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole difference between doing like a dry kick and then.
I think that's definitely for another podcast. So talking about sounds.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's definitely another.
But yeah, anyway, you were talking about the judges.
Yeah, I was just saying that was the 3 judges that were judging the competition. You also down the list, another one that I freaking loved just from performance and just from entertainment and just from being genuinely themselves, Hyper.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Hypers was like just in the bathroom. He's just vibing.
Yeah.
He just did a beautiful progressive techno pattern, like just vibing. It was so clean. He's like he didn't even use these. He's got incredible like basses, and he didn't even use them, and he still got in because it was just so fun. And there's a freaking crow outside, and he's like reacting to the crow.
Yeah, he was looking at the crow.
It was so fun. I loved it.
So good.
Yeah, Hyper's a character. Hyper's from Queensland as well, and I remember meeting him for the first time. It was actually after Queensland Champs where I competed, and he's just this fun, beautiful human that I can just talk to like he's my friend. I met him for the first time, and I already felt like I knew the man.
Yeah, man. He's got a very welcoming energy. It's so sick.
Yeah, he's also been one of the figureheads of the Queensland community for a long time.
Yeah, man.
And it's very easy to see why.
I'm excited to see him on stage.
Yeah, bro. He's so
everyone on stage, but like every time I think about someone, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see. I get to watch these people on stage.
I'm competing, and I'm excited to be alongside them as performer.
You should come to the event and be as excited as I am to
Yes.
see all these artists.
Yeah,
they're so
please
freaking
buy
awesome.
tickets. Casual plug: buy tickets for Oz Champs, please, because it's not just for your benefit, but we also love performing to people and sort of showing people this weird hobby that we all live under. That's great. But yeah, Hyper is going to be insane. Who else have we got from Queensland? We got the Queensland champ, Ripe. Ripe's another...
Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas.
Yeah, another insane performer. Love him. Again, I think he definitely has more of a battle energy. Like he has this sort of aggressive stuff. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, but he has this really aggressive, intimidating style on stage.
I think it's a character that he does on stage.
It's absolutely a
And
character.
yeah, that's cool.
But it works. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It works. It definitely does.
It matches his style of bass. Like his style of music is aggressive and in your face. It reminds me of like dirty, like dubsteppy, like that kind of like thick textures, and so it matches that like aggression. Like it fits the character.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we're talking about the champions. We've also got the Perth reps as well. We got Buddy Man and Take
Buddy
Jim.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. Buddy Man I haven't heard much of, so you guys might want to talk on this. But I remember watching his wildcard for Oz Champs because he came 16th and was going to compete, but that was during COVID season and ended up getting COVID.
I haven't seen many. There's not many videos of Buddy Man or much of the Perth scene. I haven't seen much of the.
Yeah, I remember watching.
I've seen the live streams. I watched the live streams off the phone, so I've only seen what I've seen from the live streams. So I can't hear their full spectrum of sound.
Yeah,
I can only hear what you can hear on a phone.
I rember watching Buddy Man,
but they sound really good.
Yeah, I remember watching Buddy Man specifically. It was WA Champs 2022, I think.
Yeah.
When he was competing alongside, I think it was Juice and E Minor and those guys. I remember watching that, and he's one of those people who has really good drum clarity and has a really good sense of music as well. Like I remember watching again his wildcard for Oz Champs.
Yeah.
And his the composition, you could tell that he sort of knew where each sound was and what purpose it had. And again, haven't heard much from him because he's obviously qualified through the championship.
Yeah.
And he's now a 2-time champ as well.
Yeah.
Sick. I've asked Jettles. I said, if you need a judge, I would love to come over and I want to see the Perth community.
I would love to go.
They're so far over there.
Same.
I want to go hang out.
Talking about Buddy Man, the only thing I've only really heard, I've heard like one battle of him, like in like one of the videos, like way back when he was doing one. But the only thing I've been really hearing is his guitar playing, and it's so good.
Oh,
because the neo soul baby, I love it. He's an awesome neo soul jazz guitarist as well. I mean, that's literally the only thing I see from him, and then that pops up all the time. Like, give me that major seventh, baby. Come on.
Yeah, that's another thing that I love to think about is that every beatboxer has a different musical background.
It's sick.
Like you've got
It's
people
so
coming
dope.
from like the EDM community, the classical music background, you got the jazz background.
Yeah.
And everyone like uses that in their beatboxing.
Yeah.
And it's very fun to hear.
Yeah, man. It's so cool because the transfer, eh? It's like it's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, Takejun as well. He's one of the people who I haven't heard much of, but he posts a lot of voice memos in the group chats. So I'm in the Perth community chat because they added me for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same.
no, I listen to his voice messages all the time. He has bass. He's got
Bass. He has bass.
yeah, but no, he's one of those people who I think is going to be really powerful on stage. Like I think he's going to shock a lot of people.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I want to hear some new, fresh sounds and new, fresh people.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard. I want to hear more.
Yeah.
I just want to hear more.
Yeah, I mean, there are two other people that we haven't talked about. Jaden is one of them.
Jaden, he's gonna be a superstar.
That's a dark horse for sure.
Yeah,
Little
Honestly,
Jaden.
he's one of the people who I could easily see making it into top
Little
8.
Jaden, nah, bro. Have you seen? Have you seen? Have you seen the?
I know, but I still see him as little. What was his name? I had it the other day. Oh my god! Remember he had his old beatbox name?
What was it?
Yeah, he had another beatbox name before when he was young, like when he was like 13.
I wouldn't know about
He was
this.
probably like 15 or something when he first, and he had the little long straight hair.
Yeah, but I don't remember what his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Anyway, yeah, I'd still see him as that, but then when he's like, "Yo, bro, what's going on, man?" and he's like fucking ripped.
Yeah, he's so ripped,
Yeah.
bro. He's so ripped. I'm like,
I want to see like a lineup with Jaden, Satvik, and Callum. And
Oh
they're all
my
just-
God.
And they're all just standing there like this.
It was so funny. Luke was talking the other day, and we were like talking about categories. You know, there's like, so it's like, oh, you know, there's technicality, there's musicality, and then there's physicality.
Yeah, the Australian Beatbox community, they inspire my beatbox. They
We
also
have a category.
they
We have
inspire.
the physicality. We have a category in the judging panel, which is just physicality. You get more points on how big you are.
Oh
as
well,
well.
I've lost then. Yeah, the Australian Beatbox community inspires not only my beatboxing but my gym work.
that's what I love about the community. There is a big part of us is so into physical health.
Yeah.
And it is so important, especially in stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like it is so important, but it is so good. Like man, Jesus Christ, Satvik, Callum,
Bro,
Jaden.
Sadie. Oh my God.
Holy shit, bro. Sadie, bro. I remember.
No,
I remember Lil Ratvik, bro. That's why, like,
Yeah.
when me and him, when he was 12 years old, I was like, maybe 20 or something, and we used to go on Skype and just talk absolute shit for like hours, bro. Like some of the best moments with that guy.
Yeah.
And then from there, I used to call him Lil Ratvik, and now he's Satvik. Like,
Yeah.
he's just huge,
He's
bro.
not Fat Vic anymore. No, but
He's so big now. It's
Yeah.
nuts, bro.
another one who we actually didn't talk about, bro. Young had a massive body transformation.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
He's looking good,
Yeah,
bro.
he looks great.
Yeah, man. Seeing him the other day, I was like, whoa, man. He's
I know.
looking good, bro.
It's good. It's good.
So dope. He was saying that his friends would call him Kim Jong Un.
Yeah,
And he goes, "Oh, I'm fucking sick of it." So he decided to change it up, and now he looks like a K-pop star.
Now he's
I love it.
Jim Jong Un.
He's like, Kim Jong Oh, bro, that transformation, he's looking good. The braces, he's got the braces off as
Yeah.
well. And the hair's looking good.
Bro, he's stylish as hell.
Yeah, it's stylish as fuck, bro. He's looking good.
Yo, Young, I'll slide into those DMs sometime. Nah, love him, man.
Man.
Okay,
Yeah.
last on the list, Spillage, the 2014 champ,
Mate.
coming back.
Yeah.
Spillage.
What I was saying before, just like it was so good seeing him. His drums, he's just got so much experience behind him.
He had like his wildcard entry was just like a little. I wrote on my thing was little biscuit bites of his best routines, and they all
Yes.
flowed together, like made sense.
Yeah, he structured
reminded
them
me of
together.
Napalm.
Yeah.
How Napalm has these little ideas, and he just like Lego bricks, just puts them together.
Yeah,
and
he
builds
just
something
dovetails
from
them
it.
together nicely.
Cocktail. Is that what you said?
No, dovetail.
Oh, dovetail.
Yeah.
I thought you said cocktails. Like cocktails them together. That's a good.
Yeah.
Just mix them all together like a drink.
Yeah, but no, and also the old school techniques. Like if you haven't heard Spillage, like his wild card was a lot of like reminded like very Reaps One sort of techniques, like the drags. And the throat bass. Yeah. Like
one thing I've connected with Spillage as well, I realized because it's his bass that he does. I realized that it comes from because he plays bass himself.
Yeah, he does.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, and for so long, I was like, it sounds like a bass, and then I found out
he plays bass.
He plays bass. I went, oh, what the hell? That's probably where it comes from. Like the slap
that's
technique.
that's why I called bass.
The slap tone that he has in it is nuts. Yeah. He has a mad like slap bass tone in his bass. It's so cool.
Sorry, I'm just doing a bit of research.
A bit of research.
I'm trying to find what his name.
Jaden's name was?
Jaden's name. I'm
It's
going
probably
back
out
to the
there.
old Beatbox Australia YouTube channel. You should check it out.
But yeah, I mean, next podcast we'll talk briefly because we got two other champ. We got the Queensland champ and Perth champ who are still yet to qualify. So we can probably talk a bit about them next time once the results are announced.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, like two other people who on earth is going to win Queensland champs? That's another thing.
Lowe's. That's it. It was Lowe's.
Lowe's.
There was nothing about little
LOWZ.
Yeah, it used to be Lowe's. Yeah,
Oh, I have seen that.
that's right. It used to be Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, man.
God.
Old beatbox names.
Yeah.
Old beatbox names.
Yeah.
Mate, no
Lowe's.
more Lowe's, mate. He's high reps now.
It's not about old beatboxer. It used to be Winky Lee as well.
That's for another podcast. That's a whole different story.
Just leave the topic as quickly as possible.
Let's do some avoidance here.
Here's the cliffhanger. Why was he winky?
To be continued.
Yeah.
So it's like it like zooms in. You're like,
No, you just
and it just says to be continued with the little.
Wait, Brunny,
just the X-Files thing.
Brunny, zoom into my face and just add a sweat. Done. When you edit it.
No, just the X-Files theme over it.
Oh, man.
Nah, but honest, this lineup is going to be
gonna be
insane.
nuts. It's gonna be so
I'm looking at this and I'm worried. As a competitor, like from a competitor standpoint, I'm worried.
Yeah, bro.
Because every single person on that list, I am scared of in some respect.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. There's definitely a little bit there.
if there's one person on here that I don't want to battle, it's CLR.
I think everyone doesn't want to bounce CLR.
No, my thing is like I lost to him back in the Oz Champs, and I still kind of hold that. So I want to win, but at the same time, I'm scared. I don't want that to affect my mentality.
Don't beat yourself up about that because that was
Exactly.
that was your first battle.
Yeah, bro. And that guy's been beatboxing like since he was 12.
Bro, he's a world champ competitor. What the hell am I meant to do against that?
Yeah, bro. Like, and he's been beatboxing since 12. I remember him.
Oh my god.
Him on
Skype.
I remember this one time where I was talking to him for months on Skype without FaceTime.
Oh, man.
And we're like talking. We finally did FaceTime, and then came up and he goes, "Wait, you're Asian?" I lost it. I fucking lost it. He was like, "Oh shit, this whole time you're Asian?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "What?"
It's like the Asian Jim from The Office.
I remember
So
classic young little 12-year-old CLR coming onto TeamSpeak and just being like, "Hey guys, check this out."
Yeah.
And just go so hard, and they go, "All right, see ya," and then you just go, and you're like, "What the hell was that?"
Oh, he come into a burnout, leave.
Literally.
He come into a burnout, leave.
And then he got like teenager, got a little bit more cocky, and then like people would do a beat, and then you go, "That's sick, bro," and then just and counter, and then just leave.
Yeah, he had that battle mentality from a young age.
So,
Oh, yeah.
and that's what I think. What was so special about his video. He has so much more maturity in his beatbox.
Yeah, that's the best way you put it.
He had just such maturity and just like he didn't have to do his crazy shit. He just he
Yeah.
knows he's good.
I think the best way to put it is he's learned to control
Yeah.
his style. He's
Yeah.
learned to sort of utilize it to its maximum potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, that's the thing. And as well, with a lot of newer beatboxers, is you don't need to do the most complicated thing. If you have control over a simple beat,
Mm-hmm.
that's all you need. Again, looking at Codfish,
Yeah.
like a lot of what he does is just songwriting, and it's just so pleasant to listen to
Right,
because you can
yeah.
tell he's so defined in how he does it.
Like there's a moment that me and Gale will never stop talking about was when we were on Skype or something. It was like a group of us or Discord. We were on Skype, Discord or whatever it was, and he was playing Overwatch. And because usually when he's beatboxing, it's like
I
you know,
think we're-
Yeah, you were
it's
telling me about
it's
this.
like in
It
your
was
face.
you, me, and Tarek.
Yeah, it's like he's usually in your face beatboxing because that's the battle mentality that he trained up with. But then he was playing Overwatch and he forgot his mic was on and he started beatboxing and he was playing Overwatch at the same time because he was just having fun. It was the best.
He wasn't thinking
it was
about
the
it.
best beatboxing I ever heard from him because
It's one of the best beatboxing I've ever heard. Period.
yeah,
Like no joke.
it was
and
crazy.
Like my top's probably 2H's showcase at Beatbox Camp, Razzle
Yeah.
Live, like and Reaps One and stuff. But like hearing Callum just like spacing out while playing Overwatch, I was just like,
yeah, we
it's-
all went so
It's
silent.
that Zen mode. You don't focus on what you're doing, and often that's when the best version
the
of you comes
best
out.
version.
if you
comes
can
out
bring that out on a stage, you're all done.
yeah, you're
And I
yeah.
feel like
You guys are done.
yeah,
Yeah, oh no, that's why I'm scared of him.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm scared because
Fucking hell.
when he's at his peak, he is unbeatable.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's ridiculous,
and I felt like
bro. He's literally he's a fucking Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z character. He's
So that's
fucked up.
that's one person that I just don't want to battle. And also I feel like his wild card as well. He just had this motion of control. Like in his wild card, it feels like he had so much more control over what he was doing.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a freestyle. It felt like
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just felt like him, and it was
Yeah.
great.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Apart from that, if there's people I want to have fun with on stage, bro, Ripe and I are just like buddies now. I feel like
Yeah.
if we have a battle on stage, we're just gonna be trolling with each
Yeah,
other. It's gonna be great.
That'd be fun.
That'd be
That'd be
100%.
entertaining.
Oh man,
Or
we'll have to
battling
see.
Rex, imagine.
Yeah.
Bro, if we meet on stage, I'm not taking
Could
it seriously.
happen.
Could happen.
Top
It could
four,
happen.
maybe. Top
That's
four.
the scary. My finals.
Yeah, bro. But look, we just got to wait till these champs happen and see what happens.
Exactly.
Bro. We have no idea what's gonna happen.
There's probably a lot of other things that we're going to consider closer to the date as well.
I also think it's probably coming towards that time as well.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe next episode you guys could talk about like what your procedure is for training for this competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
What you're gonna work on and how what your progress is gonna be and
yeah, 100%.
maybe you can touch in every episode.
See if we can get one of the
how's your
other-
training going. How's your work?
Yeah.
What have you been working on? Like and just like not routine wise, but just what structurally like what you're working on and
Yeah.
how you're looking after yourself to get ready for that.
Yeah.
And I'm
100%. I think that'd be
sure we could
great.
also get some of the other like one of the other like Young, for example.
Yeah.
We could get Young on
Get a
here.
few- get a
Ask
few
him about his
competitors to
practice
pop in.
mentality.
I want to see BVT come and hang out.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
right.
Yeah. Well, like that's the thing. We'll do these podcasts very small for maybe for a couple of months, and then
Yeah.
we'll start bringing in more guests and stuff. It'd be really cool.
Exactly,
And,
yeah.
like talk about like seeing the angles of like how people approach their art and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's definitely information that needs to be spread out to everyone in the community. So
I
this
think
is
so.
where these podcasts will go towards, and I'm very excited to see where they go. So
Yeah.
I hope you guys do enjoy these. Please let us know
Yeah.
as well, like feedback of what you think. This is our very first one. I'm recording off my phone.
Yeah.
Like we're just starting
Exactly.
this out. But we just, as long as we're sharing the stuff, and I think, we're getting feedback as well. Please criticize if you need to.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us, of course, we're going to be posting this. Leave them in the comments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk about them in the next podcast.
Yeah,
We'll
let
have
us
to-
know if you want to hear more. And yeah.
Yeah, next time we'll talk more about the event, about our approach to practicing, maybe our approach to battling as well.
Yeah.
And you guys get to find out the origin of Winky Lee.
Oh, I want to hear Spillage do the roundabout bass line.
Oh, that would be sick.
I'm
That would be sick.
gonna send him a voice
man.
message.
That's so
fine.
good.
Okay.
If he does
Well,
that in a battle, it's over.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
See you
Thanks for
next
having
time.
me.
See you next time. This is Beats Down, Mic's Up.
That's the one.
And this is episode 1 done.
Peace down,
Peace
Mike's
out.
up.